Here are the 5 steps that we believe you should take to get your very first fight. Biggest question that we have got over the past 10 years is, how do I fight? How do I become a fighter? What do I need to do? What steps that I need to take? In this video, my goal is to help you. So when the opportunity comes, you're prepared and you're ready to go. If you're new to the sport and you want to fight, then this is a video for you. Step 1, join a gym. In this step, we are going to discuss what to look for when joining a gym. Step 2, register with the promotion. Step 3, in this step, we will show you where to get your forms and how to get your blood, eye, and physical. Step 4, let's get a fight. In this step, we will discuss communication is key and what promoters look for. Step 5, build a fan base and promote yourself. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you subscribe, thank you for being part of the XKO family. My name is Thomas Bussey. I'm one of the owners and matchmakers for Xtreme Knockout. I grew up in the family business, and about 10 years ago, we started promoting and matchmaking fights here in Texas. And we've had multiple fighters from Xtreme Knockout go to the UFC. Step 1, join a gym. Now this may seem dumb or it may seem like a no-brainer, but it is very important, and that's why it's step number 1. I'm not talking about an Anytime Fitness or an LA Fitness, a 24-hour fitness. You can have these gym memberships in addition to. I'm talking about join a gym that specifically fits your goals. In this case, we're talking about mixed martial arts. During those 10 years, we've had multiple people reach out by email, through social media, through Instagram, through Facebook, and they tell us, hey, I want to fight, and I train out of my garage. Whatever the case may be, 100% of the time, we roll them out completely. Here's why it's important to join a gym. Training in your garage, or training in your backyard, or you're training whatever, more than likely you don't have the right coaching, you don't have the right teammates, and you don't have the right support system around yourself. Again, it's fighter safety. You want to have the right support team if you're gonna build this as your career. There's multiple gyms that have elite level coaching and elite level athletes. Find a gym that you like, cater towards what you want, and join that gym. Invest into that gym, because they're gonna invest in you when it comes to getting a fight. Find a gym that has active fighters or has had active fighters, both at the amateur and professional level. Find a gym that already deals with your local MMA promotion, because this is gonna help you get a fight faster. And that's what we want, to help you get a fight. Get started now, get started today. Because fighting takes time, training takes time, and getting fights takes time. Step 2 is very important. So the first thing you want to do after you joined a gym and you've been training with the gym is you're going to register with the promotion. In Texas, you have to register with the promotion before you can ever get a fight. Other states may vary, but again, this is Texas, so I'm gonna walk you through the steps. This is one step closer to reaching your goals as a fighter. By registering with the promotion shows us who you're training with, it shows us that you read the rules and regulations. It also gives us all your information with the gym that you train at, contact information, everything that we need when it comes to book a fight. Remember, we will not book you on a fight card if this is your very first fight if you did not register with the promotion. And I'm gonna show you how to do that. First thing you wanna do is go to xtremeknockout.com. Now again, all the websites are gonna look different depending on the promotion. On ours, you're gonna go over to the information page and click on amateur forms. Registration, XKO rules, and forms. In this case, we're registering, so you're gonna click that. That's gonna pull up your application page. And again, every promotion is gonna look a little bit different, but it gives us all your information. So as we scroll down, it's gonna have contact your coach, as well as it's gonna ask if you read the rules and regulations. Again, all the websites are gonna look a little bit different, but if it asks you anything extra, this is good information to put background if you have a wrestling background or JiuJitsu background. You are now registered with Xtreme Knockout. Step number 3, get your medicals done. I can't say this enough, medicals are extremely important. If you don't have your medicals, you're not fighting. I don't care if you're in the best shape of your life or if you train with 38 UFC fighters and you're about to be a champion. If your medicals are not complete, you will not fight. Generally, medicals consist of your blood, eye, and physical. And in this segment, I'm gonna show you exactly how to get that done. If you're older in some states, for example, this is Texas, 36 and older, you have to get an EEG and an EKG scan. However, this is gonna vary from state to state. I'll put the links in the description below on who we use, and hopefully this helps you out. In Texas, we deal with the Department of Licensing and Regulations, the Combative Sports Division. This is where you're gonna get all your medical forms. You can Google Texas Combative Sports, Google Oklahoma Combative Sports, or Nevada Athletic Commission. Put the state in the Combative Sports, and then it should give you a link on the right site that you need to be at. These sites are very important because they're gonna give you a lot of information that's gonna help you in the future. Upcoming events, where to get all your forms, how to get licensed, how to print out. This is a good site that you can always refer back to. You're looking at about $200 for your blood eye and physical. It could cost a little bit more depending on if you need an EKG, EEG scan. Once you submit everything to the state and it's approved, your license is going to be good for a year from that point forward. Now again, this is not going to go to any other state. You're not going to fill out Texas forms and expect to fight in Kansas. First thing you're going to do is go to the site and print out your forms. And these forms are the forms that you're going to take when you go get your blood, you go get your eye, and you go get your physical. So what we're gonna do, Google Texas Combative Sports. You're gonna have the Combative Sports TDLR website, click on that. That's gonna take you to their website. You're gonna have event schedules, news and updates, any kind of information regarding TDLR. In this case, we're gonna go to the right-hand side since we're in Texas. You're gonna click on Forms, and you're gonna click on Combative Sports Forms. From here, it's going to give you a list. It's going to give you everything, whether you want to be a fighter, if you want to be a cornerman, if you want to be a second, if you want to be a manager, all that's going to be on this page. Click on the correct form that you want and print those out. These are the forms that you're going to take when you go get your blood, eye, and physical. Don't just walk in and get your physical and say, hey, I'm fighting on so-and-so show and I need a physical. Believe me, this has happened before, and it's not what you want to do. It just wastes your time and it wastes everybody else's time. Bring these forms in. Let's start with your blood work. This can be the most confusing and take the most time. A lot of the fighters that we use for XKO and that have fought for us use Econo Labs or Request a Test. The reason why we use these companies is because they're the most competitive pricing. They've dealt with thousands of fighters. For your blood work, in this case, we're going to use econolabs.com. Type that in. It's going to take you to the website. Once the website pulls up, you're going to scroll down to the bottom and it's going to say MMA panel. You're going to click on that with the 3 types of blood test that you need. This is going to pull up your MMA Fighters Trio and your blood panel. Make sure that it's got the correct test where it says test include. Click on add to cart and get your blood work done. But make sure, depending on what state you're in, you look on what types of blood tests need to be drawn. Say you go to your family doctor and they don't really deal with a lot of fighters. Sometimes it could take a week or 2 weeks. It could be more expensive and then get a bunch of extra stuff. By going to Econo Labs or Request a Test, they're faster and they deal with thousands and thousands of fighters, and generally results come back in 24 to 48 hours. As far as the price range for blood work, you're looking at about $100. You can usually get a little bit cheaper. Sometimes they're running deals. It may cost a little bit more, but it's worth it. Next, you got your blood work done, you want to get your eye exam. Generally, we find that Walmart is the cheapest. For your eye exam, you need to go see an optometrist. For this, you're looking at $40 to $60 for an eye exam. It could be a little bit more, depending on where you're going, what area you're in. Bring the forms you fill out. If I'm in Texas, I'm bringing my Texas forms and say, hey, make sure everything's filled out. Don't leave there without your name signed, the dates, make sure everything's done. It saves your good time in the end, and then you don't have to go back and repeat these steps. When you go get your eye exam, maybe bring a friend or a training partner, because they do dilate your eyes. You don't want to drive immediately after. Again, your health is the most important. Maybe bring somebody that can drive you home. Next is your physical. You can use a local clinic, a family doctor for this, whatever's convenient for you. Physical can range anywhere from $40 to $80, depending on where you're going. Bring your forms. A few tips. Don't leave without the MD or DO signing off on your paperwork. In Texas, an MD or DO is required to sign it. You complete your physical, go over it. Take your time. It's going to save steps in the long run. Because if you have to go back, it's a pain in the ass. Make sure every line's filled out by the doctor. There's a deadline for a reason. So finish your medicals and get them done. It's very important why I have medicals in step number 3 before you even get a fight. For one, I've had multiple fighters in the past. They try to wait till the last minute and they're like, oh, I'm going to get them done. I'm going to get them done. They don't meet the deadline. Don't make up the excuses. Medicals are more important than anything, because if you don't have your medicals, you're not fighting. And the reason why I say get them done early is because if you go to get your medicals done and say you have a pre-existing injury with your eyes or your physical and the doctor won't pass it, or you can't pass an eye exam, you've wasted everybody's time. So you've wasted your coach's time, your training partner's time, you've wasted the promoter's time and your opponent's time. So get your medicals done early. Step 4, let's get a fight. Number 1 in getting fights, communication. Communication is key. If you're ready, hey coach, am I ready for a fight? Your coach may say, yep, you know what? I work with Xtreme Knockout and they got a fight coming up. I'm already gonna take care of you. Or if you're on social media and you see Xtreme Knockout post a fight or a local MMA promotion post a fight, hey coach, I saw that they got a fight coming up. Do you know about it? Can I get on this fight card? I'm gonna show you a perfect example of an email or a Facebook message or a social media message on what to send Here I'm going to show you a few tips on what to do when you're sending your first message to a promotion about wanting to get a fight. Give us your first name, your last name, where you train at, and what gym and city you train at. Let us know that all your medicals are complete. Let us know you communicated with everybody and that you registered with the promotion and that you're available for this upcoming fight. Let us know what weight you fight at. Give us a little history. For example, I wrestled 4 years in college. It's also good to have a link to some of your highlights as well as a picture. Again, this is what we look for as a promotion when fighters reach out to us. Don't reach out to a promotion. Oh, I saw you got a fight coming up, I'm ready. And without talking to anybody or without talking to your coach, it's gonna waste everybody's time. Then you need to check with your wife, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your husband, Facebook friends, job, whoever you need to get approval from. Make sure that the date's good with everybody. You gotta understand the weigh-ins are gonna be the day before. So if you're coming out of town, you may need 2 days or 3 days, and make sure your schedule's open because your coach may already have fighters fighting that weekend. Your wife may have some surprise trip that you didn't know about. Believe me, this all happens. So once all the contacts are made, your coach will now deal with the promotion or matchmaker on the details of booking your fight. Step 5 is build a fan base and promote yourself. Promoting yourself is key to being successful in the sport. In this step, I'll give you some tips on how to sell yourself and promote yourself. The very first thing that I believe that you should do, get professional pictures taken. You don't have pictures, and then the promoter's not gonna put you on the poster. I don't want a selfie of you in the bathroom. Get someone to take professional picture of you. I would say that's the #1 step of promoting yourself. The faster you can send them a professional picture, the faster you're probably gonna be on their poster and the faster that you're gonna probably be marketed by the company. If you don't have the money to have a professional photographer, this is where you start promoting yourself. You go online, you go on your social media and you say, hey guys, guess what? I got a fight coming up. I need some professional pictures taken. And if you can't afford it, ask them to do a trade out. I'll give you a shout out after my fight. I'll put you on my fight shorts. This is all stuff in branding yourself. Create social media pages. Why? You're gonna be able to interact with your fans. You're gonna be able to tell them when you're fighting, where you're fighting, how to go to your fights, how to get tickets. You say, hey, this week of training went great. You can post on your Instagram, your Facebook, or whatever. Last thing I'd say to promote yourself is to create some kind of hype video. Now, of course, the more experience that you get, the more footage you'll be able to add, but create something that kind of shows who you are. Hype yourself up. You got professional pictures, you got a cool video, more people are gonna be drawn to that. More people are gonna be focused on that. More people can relate to that. And I think it's very important. This is a great way to get more sponsors. So by promoting yourself and creating these avenues, it's gonna reach more people. Your sponsors are gonna be happy. You're gonna be happy because you have more money in your pocket. Here at Xtreme Knockout, we do a media day with all the fighters. And I usually schedule one day where we have all the fighters come in. We do interviews, we do pictures, we do fighter profiles, etc. If we have a media day, or your local promotion has a media day scheduled, show up. Don't make an excuse on why you can't be there, or you have to train or walk your dog. Be a part of it. It shows the promotion that you're dedicated, and it promotes yourself. It creates an opportunity for you to get pictures and you get awesome footage. If you have a bigger fan base, you're gonna sell more tickets. If you fight and you do well, and you have a bigger fan base, your chances of getting on a promotion is gonna be a lot greater. If you promote yourself, you make some videos, you're gonna be better at it. So if you get to the UFC and you get to the next level and they say, hey, we wanna do an interview with you, you're not gonna be so nervous, you're not gonna be uncomfortable. You've done this before. Enjoy this time because it's fight time. You've completed steps 1 through 5. We got you taken care of. You got to fight, enjoy it. Comment down below if you have any other questions. I'll try to answer them for you. We're gonna try to put some more things together to help you. So please join the XKO family, subscribe.